Hello everyone, it is Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet where I talk all things planners, fountain pens, and fountain pen inks. Today I have ink and ink and ink and ink and more ink. I was at a little fountain pen meetup this past Saturday where I got all of this ink, and then I ordered this with my last PenChalet order, and I haven't even swatched it, but I'm so excited to show this to you all. So I will be swatching in my Hobonichi A5 notebook with 52 GSM Tomoe River paper, and I decided I'm going to keep the theme of swatching with my sandwich bags here, and then I'll also be using, where did it go? I'll also be using my Kakimori stainless steel nib, which will be on my River City Penco nib holder. Let's get started. The first one I will be swatching is Diamine Forever Ink in Smokey Mauve. Now, I haven't really tried Diamine Forever inks, and I wasn't ever planning on purchasing one, but then when I saw this at the, Adopt Me table at the recent fountain pen meetup, I was like, well, it would be rude not to. So I'm taking my pipette here with a small little sample of the ink, and then I'm going to be very careful not to spill here, take my sandwich bag, making sure there's a lot of wrinkles in there, and just pressing it lightly, trying to smoosh the ink where I can so that it shows off the shading really well there. And then I'm going to use my stainless steel nib to write the name. So we have Diamine Forever Ink, and this is Smokey Mauve. That's lovely. You can see why I really like that color. It's this lovely grayish purple, and I may already have something like it, but that's okay because I really enjoy this. Plus, it's a forever ink, which means that it's one that shouldn't wash away. It's water resistant, and yeah. What am I trying to say? Yes, Diamine Forever Smokey Mauve. The next sample that I tried is Robert Oster and Julia Here's Love Letter, and you saw this in my most recent pen and ink pairing. Grab another pipette here. And I hadn't tried this, but I thought it would have been a really good match with my Moody Orchid. But I'm always a big fan of trying collaborations. Okay, where is my ink sample vial holder? Because I spilled ink last time. I definitely don't want to do that again. But this ink is lovely. Beautiful purple brown tones in the ink. Julia definitely knows what she's doing when it comes to choosing different ink combinations and creating just some beautiful things. So this is, oh, now I've got ink on my nail. That's okay. So we have Robert Oster with Julia here, and this is Love Letter. I love the pinky purple tones mixed with the brown in there. It's such an interesting ink. Beautiful, and it shades absolutely beautifully. So Robert Oster and Julia Here's Love Letter. The next ink is one that I have wanted to try or even buy a bottle of for quite some time, but I was just glad to be able to get this sample. It is Pilot Iroshizuku Ajisai, and please don't make fun of me with the label because I didn't know how to use Anne's label maker. Oh boy, that was an adventure in and of itself. I didn't know you had to press enter to get it down to the second line, which made the font smaller. But anyway, we all learn new things every day. Saturday for me was how to use a label maker. I love the thing though. Anyway, this ink is a lovely, what we call blurple, because it's just got gorgeous hues of both, and you can't always tell whether it leans one way or the other. Beautiful. So here we go. Pilot, Iroshizuku, Ajisai. I really love the tones of this one. Is it blue? Is it purple? I think it's both, depending on what light you're looking at it from. But it's just such a gorgeous, beautiful color, and definitely one I think everyone should try at least once. The next ink I got to try was Sailor Ink Studio 150. Another person brought basically, or how did she say? She basically just grabbed all of her inks and decided to bring them all. I'm like, I am not opposed to that at all. I think I just got a hair in that sample there. This is what happens when you've got, this is me after work essentially, wanting to swatch the inks, but not sure if I have the mental capacity. Oh, that's so pretty. I feel like I went with purples a lot this time around, but I am not mad about it. Oh, look at the chroma shading that's happening. And then there is a hair. I'm going to pick that out with, so there we go. I managed to get it out, but it still looks a little wonky. So this is Sailor Ink Studio. Which one was this one? It was 150. Isn't that a beautiful chromo shading purple? I cannot get over that. I'm gonna just cover that section there. Gorgeous. And obviously I will show you all of these once they're dry. The next ink I have is one that I tried actually early on in my fountain pen journey, but then I thought it wrote too light and I didn't like it. But now I'm thinking of trying it again. It's Sailor Mano Haha. I think I've gone back into liking some of these lighter inks, and I thought, let's give this one another go and see how I feel about it this time around. Because yeah, I think before I wasn't a fan of inks that were too light, and there was just something about it. Where did my sandwich bag go? And now I just want to give it another chance here. So move the ink over, lift and press down, and get more of that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And I know that the writing sample may not necessarily look that way, but I love the swatch because just look at the way that that shades. It's got the light blues and the purples, and I can see why so many love it. So this is Sailor Mano. Oh, here we go. Haha. Oh, cannot wait to see that dried again. The next ink I have is Warringal Robinson Crusoe. Now, I'm even surprised at myself that I decided to try this ink, but I thought, why not? I did swatch it while I was there, and I liked it, so. Oh, yes, that looks like a big blob. I'm trying to, well, no, that's not necessarily true, that I'm trying to open myself up to new inks and new experiences. I'm really trying to use what I have in my collection and be happy with what I have. I'm going to blot that down a bit. And because I think recently I've become a little bit overwhelmed with just how much is out there. There's just so much being released all the time, and it can get a little overwhelming. So I've been really trying to focus on what I have in my collection, but this was such a pretty blue that I couldn't pass up giving it a try. So this is Warringal Robinson Crusoe. And I don't have a ton of blues like this in my collection, so I thought, heck, why not? So pretty. And last but not least, we have one here from Tono and Limbs. This was I don't know if it was an exclusive for PenChalet, but it was one of their anniversary inks, and that is on the label, and now I cannot remember what it was called. Hold on, let me look it up here. This is an exclusive from the Kobe Pen Show, and it is called 8 Immortal Flowers, and it's got shimmer. So I haven't tried this yet. I'm just agitating the shimmer here so that I can show you what this looks like. This ink was purchased basically sight unseen. And let's see how this goes. Ooh, is it going to remind me of another ink that I have tried? I'm not sure. Ooh, oh my gosh, that's really light. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be that light. Like you can barely see that. That's slightly disappointing. So that's Tono and Limbs. Wow, barely visible. Kobe, PenChalet, and what is that one? 8 Immortal Flowers. Well, we'll wait to see what it looks like once it's dried. Yeah, let's wait on that one. So most of these are pretty dry already, but I'll take you in for a close-up of them to show the finished or the dried swatch. So we have Diamine Forever Ink in Smokey Mauve. I really love that grayish mauve purple, and I think I'm definitely going to enjoy using that ink. And I love that is it gray? Is it mauve? It's a really good combination of both. And then we have a Robert Oster and Julia Here's Love Letter. The pinks and the burgundies and the brown in there are really just stunning. It shades so, so beautifully. And then Pilot Iroshizuku Ajisai. I'm surprised I didn't have this ink before, but I think it was one of those days where I'm like, do I really, really like this? But I think having a sample is enough for me to keep it going, I guess, for the spring and summer. And then Sailor Ink Studio 150 is crazy. Look at all of the chromo shading that's happening here. Tempted to buy a bottle of that one because it's just stunning. And then we have Sailor Mano Haha. Like, this is just an amazing chromo shader, but I guess the test is this going to work well in my fines and extra fines? We'll see. I think I'm going to test it out in April and see how I feel about it. And then Waringal Robinson Crusoe, the way that those parts have dried, I know this hasn't dried yet completely, but you've got some lighter greens here along with those blues. It's a really lovely color, and that shading that's happening in there is stunning. Okay. Tono and Limbs Kobe PenChalet 8 Immortal Flowers. Wow. I read the review that was on PenChalet just now, and it feels like this is more of a shimmer additive rather than an ink itself. So I'm wondering, because it's got, like, it seems it's more just shimmer rather than ink itself. So I'm wondering if I could add this to another purple ink. But I mean, I'm not an ink mixer, so I don't know. Maybe if I just think of this as a shimmer additive, because it is really, really beautiful, but on its own, it's not legible whatsoever. So maybe this one is just going to be a shimmer additive that I'll, ooh, what if I add it to like, ooh, Smokey, like any of these, adding it to any of these would be really, oh, to Studio 150. That would look really cool. I guess I just have to change my expectations of this and what I think it could be rather than what I expected it to be. So this is a shimmer additive. I'm saying it's a shimmer additive rather than an ink. It's disappointing as an ink, but a shimmer additive could work really well. There is my latest ink haul, and I'm sorry if you can hear Lucy barking in the background. Basically, she's telling me I should go now. But thank you to Anne and Allie for having me at their fountain pen meetup on Saturday. It was fantastic. I'm already excited for the next one. And yeah, the only disappointment, was that Kobe, the Tono and Limbs Kobe PenChalet one. But I think I'm going to use that as a shimmer additive, and we'll see how we go from there. All right, but that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I've got to go now because Lucy is barking at me. Thank you all so much, and have yourselves a great day.